Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Kevin Tate. Glad to be here with you all today. The name of today's video is how to replace the e-board on an Elmeco slushy machine. I have on the screen the Elmeco data plate. It's right over on the right equipment, and that has all your information as far as the refrigerant, the voltage, pressures, model number, serial number are all on your data plate on this unit. I'm just going to let a few clips go by and then kind of explain the process. This is the Elmeco slushy machine. You have your two lids on the top. You have your two hoppers. You have a vertical auger, I mean, and you have a horizontal auger. And you'll see those in action once we get towards the end. I'll let a little video clip play that I took of the unit in operation. The customer has not filled it as of yet, so normally you like to have these seed uh, before you arrive at the site. Sometimes it's not always possible, but you do your best to contact the customer, let them know you're coming out, and ask them if they would be able to empty it for you. It's a lot easier to go ahead and work on the equipment when the hoppers are empty. You have your dispense nozzle assembly right here on both sides, and you have your e-boards on the left side of each hopper, down underneath the nozzle assembly. You have your what they call the e-board. This is the brains of the system. And then down below you have your drip trays and your cup stands right there. This is the left side panel. You have your power button and your power indicator light on the left side there. This panel does come off. It has two Phillips head screws down on the bottom. You just remove those and then you can pull that panel right off to get access to the compressor compartment. That's the compressor compartment right here. You have your power distribution board, your on and off switch. This is the back side of the e-board, which I will be changing um, in this video. So you'll be able to see that. And then you have your access ports for your refrigerant to the compressor. This one's a little blurry. Sorry about that, but that's the e-board on the right side. I'm going to be replacing the e-board on the right side of this machine. This one came out a little blurry. That's the e-board being removed. See, it has two screws uh, that it's mounted with, and you remove those two screws, and this pulls right out. And there's the back side of the e-board. It has two terminals, one large terminal and then a smaller terminal on the bottom, and both of those you will disconnect. This third terminal right here, that's not connected in with the e-board, but it is part of the wiring harness. So that remains there and it remains plugged in. All you're doing is removing these two terminals right here, and then you're going to put in your new e-board assembly. This is the new e-board assembly. This is the part number and information of this e-board assembly. This runs off of 24 volts DC. This particular one is supplied by EPM, and you have your part number up top and your identification codes on there as well. This is a clearer image of the e-board. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit on that. Give me a second here. Let me see if I can. No, no, it won't allow me to see if I could. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so that's the e-board. You have your two screws there. This also on the bottom is a part number listed. And then right over here on the right, I'm just going to go through some of these controls. Right on the right, you have your standby key. Okay, this is a key that when you turn it on, you press that key and then it'll go into standby, and then you press it again and then it will go into either cold mode or slush mode. Over here on your left, this is the main section that you would use to scroll through the screens of the control board, of the e-board. And you can see here on the top of the left side, it looks like little like raindrops, and that's your cold side. That's when it's just keeping the liquid cold. It's not freezing the liquid into a slush form. Um, your middle key here, that allows you to scroll through the menu. And then down on the bottom on the left, you have the snowflake. And that snowflake is uh, to let you know that it's in slush mode. So these two modes, you have cold mode and slush mode. And the slush mode is where it freezes into a slush type product. The uh, cold mode is where it keeps the liquid cold, say around 40 degrees, 37 degrees around there. And then if you put it into slush mode, it'll go further down, probably around 29 degrees or so. And then these arrows here are for you to make adjustments up or down. If you want to adjust the time or the date, you can scroll through. If you want to adjust your cold level, you can adjust that up or down with your arrow keys. And the same with the slush level. Each one has about 9 levels. The cold mode is usually good at 4 setting of 4. The slush mode is usually good at a setting of 6. But you can set it according to how your customer likes it. The higher the number, the thicker the density of the product will be. Right here, this is in slush mode, and as you see, it's at 6. On your left of the number, you have the indicator showing you that it's in slush mode, so it's in freezing mode. This squiggly line on the right, that's telling you that your refrigeration solenoid valve is open. It's allowing the refrigerant to flow through. If it's in slush mode and that's not on, then that's telling you that there could be an issue with the compressor, or the solenoid valves are not opening. But if you have that indicator there and you have the snowflake there, it's set at a level of 6, which is good for a slush. It could go all the way up to 9, which would make it a little thicker. But usually around 5 or 6 is a good setting for it. And then just remember, the right side is letting you know that your coils are operating. This was just me taking a image of the temperature. Um, During a test, I allowed the unit to run for a few minutes in slush mode. And as you can see, it got down to 28 degrees. It did get a little lower. It got down to around 26 or so, but that's definitely enough to freeze up the product. So that's letting you know, without having to fill it with product or anything like that. You could use water and fill it up with water and then let it freeze down, uh, just to get a good temp. But I basically put my thermometer in, and I have a probe that can uh, touch the evaporator plate, and it gives me a pretty good uh, calculation of the temperature that it's at. That's just another temperature reading of the other side. And then this here is just I'm just going through some of the steps, um, some of the menu functions and stuff like that. Um, like that's your standby button, and if you press it again, it'll bring you into the either slush or cold mode, and then you can hit the selector switch, and you can turn the auger motors on from there, or you can turn them off. Um, as you go through the menu, you'll notice like certain positions won't allow you to adjust anything, because they don't really need adjusting at that point. And this is the board that I had uh, an issue with. What was happening with this e-board was when it would freeze down fine, but the thing that was happening is once it got into around 29 degrees or 26 degrees, the board it would uh, it would freeze up in standby mode, and then when you press the button to get out of the standby mode, it wouldn't allow you to get out of there. So any button that you pressed, it would not do anything. It would just stay in the standby mode. So that's what was going on with this particular e-board. It was malfunctioning in that way. So we replaced the e-board, and then it started working fine. Now I'm in standby mode on there, and then I go back out just to go through. That's the cold setting on there. That's that setting where it won't keep the it won't make the product frozen, but it'll keep it cold for a drink like a juice or uh, like pineapple flavor or lemon flavor or something like that, just the juice. It'll keep it nice and cold, and it won't freeze it down. But if you go over into the slush mode, then it'll freeze it down. And you can adjust those numbers as well. See, I'm just pointing out uh, the sign for the coil, letting you know the solenoid coil's open. And then this is the sign for the snowflake. So that's letting you know it's in freeze mode. And then you can adjust that number um, wherever you're comfortable at, or wherever the customer's comfortable at with it. You can also shut the lamp on and off um, in that from that e-board. You can set your date and time on there as well. much like that. Um, you can go into bypass, low level. It'll go into the keyboard unlock and lock mode, and you can just scroll through that menu. The washing function and stuff like that. So everything is pretty much board, and it was pretty easy fix. So um, that's the machine, and I hope this was helpful to all of you out there. If you come across this, hopefully um, you'll be able to remember this video, go back to it and check it out, and it'll be of some help to you. Let me know in comments if you've come across this issue, and I thank you all for your time. I appreciate you. Don't forget to visit the website, www.learnatrade.online, or you can also visit our company website, www.donastar.com. We have a lot of helpful videos on there as well, and we have a lot of helpful videos and resources on the Learn a Trade website. So feel free to visit them. Also, I remind you all to check out Mike Reed's channel as well, new to commercial, and he has a lot of great information on that channel, and it's very helpful. He does a lot of live um, video feeds that you could chime in if you have questions, and he'll do his best to answer them for you and get you on the right path. So don't forget to check out his channel as well. And that's all I have for now, everyone. I thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you. Thank you all for your support on joining the channel. Thank you for your support on joining the website as well. Take care and stay well, everybody.